And Between Bells back live on Cheddar News, everyone, as the space tourism sector quickly becomes a crowded market. Space for Humanity putting their hat in the ring. Earlier today, the space company officially announced they're opening applications for their Citizen Astronaut Program. So joining us now to discuss is Rachel Lyons, Executive Director for Space for Humanity. Rachel, great to have you here on Cheddar News. It's crazy to think not even just a few years ago, hearing something like this would have been beyond unimaginable, like beyond bananas. How are you working here to create an inclusive future in the space sector for pretty much everybody with this program?
Yeah, definitely. When I first heard about this in 2017, it was mind-blowing. And now we have Richard Branson flying, we have Jeff Bezos flying. It's all happening really, really soon. And we actually have more future commercial astronauts than astronauts that have ever flown in human history. And so it really is our moment. It's the moment for us to make this experience accessible to more and more people. And so that's exactly what Space for Humanity is trying to do, is sponsor people to go and have this experience.
Which is amazing given the fact that the people who are doing most of this are billionaires, your Bezoses, your Musks, your Richard Branson, and even the cost to do and go on some of these are hundreds of thousands of dollars, something that normal people like you and me probably wouldn't be able to afford. So what's the vetting process like for you guys? What makes a really good potential candidate that you guys would choose here?
Yeah, so one thing that I'll note is that going to space and seeing our planet from a distance is a transformational experience for astronauts. And so if anyone watching can imagine going to space and having that experience of seeing our planet, astronauts will come back down completely changed people with a new perspective on all of our greatest challenges. And so Space for Humanity is looking for people who are working to address our greatest challenges, people who have a sphere of influence, people who are doing meaningful work in the world. We're looking for a diverse group of change makers to go and fly in a cohort to have this experience together.
Bezos, by the way, going to space here in just a few weeks. July the 20th, I think, is officially when he and his brother are going to go up into space. We know Richard Branson is presumably going to space here sometime soon as well. Rachel, what sort of things are you guys looking at when they go up into space to sort of gauge the success potentially for your guys' organization, given the fact that this has never happened before? Nobody really knows what to expect when they go up there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, in terms of what we're looking for, I mean, the thing that we're after is that perspective shift, like that experience of viewing the Earth from space. And I'll be so excited to hear what Richard Branson says when he returns about that and what Jeff Bezos says when he returns about that.
Okay, Space for Humanity's mission, obviously, you guys, is rooted in the principles of the overview effect. Explain to our viewers what the overview effect is here.
Yeah, so what I shared, or what I alluded to at the beginning. So basically, astronauts go to space and they look back at our planet and they see it as an interconnected, fragile, beautiful, glowing ball of life floating in this vast universe. And a lot of times their priorities shift. Their understanding of our greatest challenges shift. And as I said before, they come back down completely changed people with a new perspective and a new care for taking care of our planet and a new care for humanity in general. Because I'm sure, you know, some of the most popular astronaut quotes are about that from space, you don't see the borders that separate us. And so with Space for Humanity, we believe that this perspective is essential for us to take on as a species if we want to have a prosperous future, both on and off the planet. And when people push back about space, it's like, it's all happening. You know, there's Elon Musk working on what he's working on. There's Jeff Bezos, there's Richard Branson, there's NASA, there's all of these different commercial and governmental companies that are working to create this future off planet. And so we need to do that in a way that is conscious, in a way that really sees that reality of our existence.
So, Rachel, how early potentially could candidates go up to space with you guys? And I ask that because Richard Branson has said in the past he envisions this, you know, multiple times, people doing this over and over again to drive the price down of how much it costs to get people up there. So is this something you guys are looking at doing in the early stages, or are you guys waiting until the price starts to come down and it makes it more attainable for more people to get up there?
Both, yeah. Prices, there's a range of prices depending on the flight provider, and we are vehicle agnostic. So we could, as of now, we could be flying with the Space Perspective, which is a stratospheric balloon company, Virgin Galactic or Blue Origin. All of those companies, as I said, it's a range of prices, and that will likely drop down in future years. And of course, I mean, we all saw Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin just auctioned off a ticket for $28 million. So people are willing to pay a lot right now. And I imagine that in the next few years, it'll taper down a bit. And we would like to send people as soon as the technology is ready and as soon as we can get in there. And then from then on, we want to send a crew at least annually.
Oh, so exciting. Whatever's going to happen, I can't wait to see what happens. Rachel Lyons is the Executive Director for Space for Humanity. Thank you, Rachel, for joining us. And to apply to that Citizen Astronaut Program, all you have to do is visit spaceforhumanity.org/apply for more info.